Good morning, students. As we had discussed the pollution chapter, and in that chapter we already discussed about the pollution of air. Now today we will discuss about the pollution of water, right? Its preventive measures and all. What is the water pollution? Like the contamination of the water with the harmful substances, unwanted substances like sewage, industrial waste, that causes harmful effect on both living as well as the non-living, that is called the water pollution, right? And what causes water pollution? These are called the water pollutants. What do you mean by the pollutants? The harmful air, unwanted substances which contaminate water are called water pollutants. Example, pesticides, fertilizers and detergents. When we are using all these substances, it causes the water pollution. Now, causes of water pollution. Now we will discuss the different causes of water pollution which makes the water polluted. We are having the near about the 5 ways. I had written the 5 ways of water pollution. Number 1, industrial waste, domestic waste, agricultural waste, human activities and oil spills. As all of you know that industrial waste, when we are throwing the industrial waste without the treatment, then it will cause the water pollution. Because in industrial waste, some of the chemicals like arsenic, lead and fluorides are present. We have to remove, we have to purify this thing if we don't want to make the water pollution. Then we have to remove arsenic, lead and fluorides chemical from the industrial waste. In the domestic waste, as all of you know that when we are doing work in the kitchen, we are throwing the garbage. If we will throw the garbage in the sinks and all that, then they will cause the water pollution, because when we are throwing the through kitchen and you can say and bathrooms, washrooms, you can say kitchen and washrooms, right? This is the domestic waste. Agricultural waste. Agricultural waste, what do you mean by the agricultural waste? When we are using the large amount of pesticides as well as fertilizers. When we are using large amount of pesticide and fertilizers, and when the rain occurs and they will be washed off, then they will also enter into the water bodies and causes the water pollution. In the same way, human activities, we are very much responsible for causes the different like pollutions, water pollution, air pollution. Human activities are very much responsible. Like as what we used to do, you will surprised to know that in our country, in India, Kanpur, that is the very populated area, that is the highly polluted area, because number of the human activities like bathing, right, washing clothes, number of the human activities done in this, so that's why human activity they cause the water pollution. Next is the oil spills. What do you mean by the oil spills? When the oil spills from the huge tankers, when we are shipping the oils in the tanks through the water, then oil spills from huge tankers, right? By mistake or accidentally, if these things happen, so they will form the layer on the water bodies which damage the aquatic animals, which causes the water pollution and harm to the aquatic animals. Now you can see hot water, right? This is the another way which causes the water pollution. How hot water? Now what do you mean by the hot water? It can also be a pollutant, and this is the water coming from the power plants and industry, right? This water is the coming from power plants and industry, which raises the temperature of the water bodies. When it will enter into the water bodies, it increases the temperature of the water body, which destroy the aquatic animals, okay? Which kills the aquatic animals. Now we will discuss about the harmful effects of the water pollution. As I had written, the number of the effects that causes the water pollution, and after the caused, the effects on us, Now number of the points, like first point we will discuss effects on human health. How water pollution affects on human health. As all of you know, it causes, if we will drink unhealthy water, right, then the number of diseases occur. It causes waterborne diseases, like it causes many diseases like cholera, typhoid, jaundice and dysentery. That is, I told you, loose motion. It occurs when we will drink unhealthy water. After that, the new term for you, that is the eutrophication. Or it's not new term. Already in the 7th class we had done eutrophication. What do you mean by the eutrophication? When the algae, when the fertilizers, when we are throwing the fertilizers or the fertilizers washed with the rainwater, and when they will enter into the water bodies, they form a layer on it. Algae layer is formed on the water bodies. Okay? Algae and other weeds in the water body, they increase, and that is called the eutrophication. Right? This we can say the loss of dissolved oxygen. The loss of dissolved oxygen. Right? The loss of dissolved oxygen from the water in water bodies due to increase in algae and weeds. Due to increase the algae and the weeds, when they will form a layer on the water bodies, then the loss of dissolved oxygen. Oxygen will not reach into the water bodies and aquatic animals will die. Then third is the biological magnification. This may be the new term for you. Biological magnification means the increase in the harmful, write down, the increase in the concentration of harmful chemicals, increase in the concentration of harmful chemicals like pesticides in the body of living organism. I am erasing it, and after that we will write it again. In the body of the living organism, right, at each trophic level, of the food chain. Effects of aquatic life. What do you mean by the biological magnification? What we will consider it, biological magnification means when the pesticides, when we are increasing the pesticides and the fertilizers, when we are increasing pesticides to protect our crops, and the level of this chemical increases, because when we will eat it, when the deer will eat, when the herbivores eat, and after that carnivores and all that, so the amount of these pesticides increasing in the living organism in each food chain, each level of the food chain, then this is called the biological magnification. And what we will write on effect on aquatic life, already we discussed. Oil leakage pollute the water and form a thin layer on it. Oil leakage, right, from the oil tankers. Oil leakage pollutes the water and forms a thin layer on it. Due to this, when this thin layer will be over there, then the oxygen will not reach into the water, and water bodies or the water and the aquatic animals will be die. So these are the number of the different effects on the effects of the water pollution. Now we will see methods to prevent the water pollution. There are the number of the ways by which we can prevent water pollution. What kind of the things, what we have to take care through which we can help to reduce the water pollution. Number one, do not wash clothes or take baths in the water bodies. As I told you earlier also, in Kanpur, they used to do the wash the clothes or the take bath in the water bodies, and the utensils washing, right, animals washing they have to do. We should not do this thing to prevent the water pollution. Second, use of fertilizers and pesticides should be reduced. Pesticides and the fertilizers we have to reduce. Although I know that this is very important, we have to use these pesticides, but avoid it. Use of less fertilizers and pesticides, because as they will be washed off with the rainwater, they will cause the water pollution. Then domestic sewage should be treated at WWTP. All of you know that the WWTP, wastewater treatment plant. We have to take care when we are throwing the domestic waste or the industrial waste. It should not be thrown, it should not be discharged into the water bodies without treating it. We have to treat it with the WWTP, that is wastewater treatment plant. Then dead bodies should be cremated or buried. Means when the person died, we have to cremate or bury the dead body rather than to dispose of into the river or the lakes. We should not dispose of the dead bodies into the water bodies or the river or the lakes. That is a very important. Reduce, reuse and recycle should be our mantra. It should be our mantra that we have to reduce. First of all, the basic concept or to prevent the water pollution, that reduce these things. Reduce of pesticides, washing clothes, industrial waste, reduce. Then reuse with the help of the WWTP. We can reuse the water to the agricultural purposes, etc. And recycle. It should be our mantra. Right? And last and very important factor, that we have to educate. We should educate or aware the people about the harmful effects of the water pollution and the different type of the diseases occur by these things. So what we have to do, we have to take care of these points if we want to reduce the water pollution. Right? Now we will discuss about the potable water. What do you mean by the potable water? That water that is fit for drinking. Water that is fit for drinking is called potable water. Do you know about 25% of the world's, like if we will talk about the 25% of the world's population is without 25% of the world population is without safe drinking water. So you can imagine number of the diseases occur when we will drink the unhealthy or the harmful water, like the polluted water. If we will drink, 25% of the world population is without safe drinking water. They are not having the clean and you can say the safe water. So we have to take care. But the municipal bodies, like as we are living in the towns and the cities, municipal bodies treat the water before supplying it to the household. When they want to supply it into the households, they have to purify it. Now the number of the ways by which we can purify the water in the different ways. Even in the home also. When we are at home, we can also purify the water by using number of techniques. As all of you are aware of the boiling, filtration. So number of the ways are there by which we can save water, we can purify water before drinking. How water can be made safe safe for drinking. Number of the different methods, like we are using the number of the physical methods as well as the chemical methods, we are applying it for make the water safe for drinking. Like number one, if we will say boiling, that is the physical method. Boiling, right? This is the best method. It is the physical method to remove the impurities. Like boiling, you can say to kill germs. It is the safe method, safest method you can say. It is the safest method to purify water as it kills germs. Right? This is the first method we can do. Right? Second, we can do filtration. Now the second method is filtration. That is the physical method to remove the impurity. It is also physical method. It is the physical method to remove impurities. Physical method to remove impurities. In our houses, we are having the filters. We are having the filters in our houses like candle type filter. We can see like candle type filter we are using. Candle type filters is used to remove the impurities. And the third one is that is chlorination. Third one is chlorination. That is chlorination that is done with the help of the chlorine tablets. With the help of chlorine tablets. With the help of chlorine tablets, we can purify the water. This is a chemical method. You can also write down it is a chemical method to purify water by using the chlorine tablets. But we should take care. Means we should not use more chlorine tablets than specified, because these are also harmful. As it is the chemical, so this is also harmful. So we have to take care while using these chlorine tablets. Right? Ganga Action Plan. So ambitious plan to save the river Ganga was launched in 1985 as a GAP. Right? What is the aim of the GAP? That is reduce the pollution level. For this, but nothing happened because increasing population, increasing industrials, they damaged. Right? So after that 1985 when it was launched, and after that the number of the industrial development and agricultural activities, it was not cured. So what happened? Increasing population, industrial damage the river beyond the repair. So government again, after that, after this 1985, government has launched a new initiative. Government has launched a new initiative. Right? Government has launched a new initiative called NMCG. NMCG in 2016. What is the full form of NMCG? That is National Mission for Clean Ganga. It is launched in 2016. Firstly, it was launched in the 1985 to remove the impurities, to remove the pollution level, reduce the pollution level, but human activities. Again, after the human activities like increasing population, industrial, it damaged the river beyond. Right? It damaged the river beyond the repair. Repair nahi hui. After that, again damage occurred. So government has launched a new initiative called NMCG in 2016, that is called National Mission for Clean Ganga. This is what all about the water pollution, and you have to listen these videos carefully. After that we will discuss the question answers of this chapter. Thank you.